Well, Small Talk with Andy was conceived as a conceptual exploration of repetition and perceptual variance, deeply inspired by Andy Warhol's serial works, particularly his Campbell's soup cans. The title Small Talk with Andy references an imagined conversation with Andy Warhol, reflecting the simple yet layered dialogue that characterizes both the piece and Warhol's art. For me, the title emphasizes the casual yet profound nature of the questions we ask of art, about meaning, repetition, and originality, for example. The short, minimal responses attributed to Warhol in the dialogue mirror his art, apparent simplicity, which upon closer inspection reveals subtle complexities. This notion of subtle change within repetition is the key to understanding both Warhol's work and the structure of this piece. Well, in Small Talk with Andy, the piano is extended not through electronics or additional instruments, but through the conceptual use of repetition, subtle variation. The extensions in this work, the repetitions and small variations, are directly connected to Warhol's aesthetic of seriality, where seemingly identical images of form reveals differences on closer examination. In the context of the piece, the repetitive arpeggios create a sonic lithography, simulating the effect of Warhol's visual technique on the piano. The performer's task is to subtly alter these repetitions in a way that mirrors Warhol method, creating a layered listening experience where the listener might not immediately recognize the changes, but senses the evolving form of the music over time. The performer must approach the arpeggios with a meticulous sense of detail, treating each repetition as both identical and slightly different. Much like Warhol's lithographs, where at first glance the image seemed the same but contained perceptual discrepancies. For the performer, this means engaging with the micro changes between phrases, understanding that the smallest adjustments can have meaningful effects on the overall perception of a piece. Small Talk with Andy fits into my larger body of work as part of my ongoing exploration of communication, perception, and the boundaries between repetition and variation. Much like my other pieces, which often deal with the intricacies of human expression and digital communication, this work investigates how subtle shifts in sound or meaning can create complex layers of interpretation. In this sense, the piece continues my interest in the dynamics of change within repetition, echoing themes I've explored in other works, but through the lens of visual art and Warhol's unique approach to seriality. This piece wasn't written for a specific performer or project, but rather as an homage to Warhol's approach to pop art, where repetition with subtle variations is central to the work's impact.